Ooh, welcome to the best damn studio, and tonight we preview Halloween Havoc. I am the J-Dogg, and joining me as always, the man, the myth, the legend, JNW Boss. How you doing, boss man?
I'm doing good. Things have been getting real chaotic around the NWA, especially with how we went off the air. So with Halloween Havoc approaching, this is going to be a fun time for sure.
Oh, it's been havoc indeed, boss man. The way we went off the air on NWA Fight Night. Jay White coming out of nowhere. What's the problem with him and CM Punk? The titles were on the line. Undisputed Era retained the tag team titles, but a lot more question marks, boss man, as we go into Halloween Havoc. One thing we don't have a question mark anymore, and that's an exclamation point. We got a Halloween Havoc Saturday night pre-show, boss man. How about that, huh?
Well, thank you, Shane McMahon. You are giving the people their money's worth. And with the main card that we're definitely going to get into, this pre-show is also going to be off the hook, too.
Also, it'd be fantastic. It's been a while, actually. We haven't had a pre-show. So, yeah, Shane McMahon bringing back this pre-show, a big Saturday night pre-show. And, yeah, man, let's get right into it, boss. Let's not waste any time here. Let's get right into it. Our featured match for the Halloween Havoc pre-show on Saturday night, Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle, two men vying to move up in the U.S. Championship division. Both men, Kurt Angle's getting his footing in the door now. I mean, he's getting after Fall Brawl, him losing to Adam Cole. He beat Chad Gable. He's looking to get on a little winning streak here, boss man. But Eddie Guerrero as well, former United States champion. He wants to get back to that. What's going to happen here, boss man?
I mean, you got to think about it. With the two guys the caliber of Eddie and Kurt, and you got to think this is not their first encounter either. This is not their first encounter here in the NWA. If I'm correct, Kurt has won, I believe, both previous encounters with Eddie Guerrero, and one of them was actually to get him into that United States Championship ranking in the first place before dropping Adam Cole. So I think we're in a position where we're going to see Kurt Angle at his absolute fresh and taking on Eddie Guerrero. We're probably going to be gamed and ready to go since it's been a couple of months since we've seen him here in the NWA.
Yeah, you're right, boss man. Eddie Guerrero, we haven't seen him in a while here. Last time we saw him was before Clash of Champions when Jon Moxley ended up winning that gauntlet match. Eddie Guerrero was eliminated in that gauntlet match, wasn't successful. So again, both these men, I feel like, are at a time, and again, Eddie trying to get back to the United States Championship that he once held. Kurt Angle dropping from the world title rankings when he lost to Adam Cole, but he's taking it as a, hey, this is another opportunity for me now to continue to move up to prove myself, and he's eyeing that United States Championship. I think both men have the same prize, but they're coming at it kind of from different angles here.
Oh, absolutely. And Kurt, I mean, shout out to the competitor he is. He's going to take his loss and going to take it in stride, and now we get to take it out inside the ring against Eddie Guerrero. Is he going to get the job done? That's a whole different question.
Right. And what do you expect here in the ring, boss? And forget all now the U.S. title. They're just one-on-one. Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle inside that ring. This should be fantastic.
It's going to be fantastic. It's always a toss-up with those dudes. Always a freaking toss-up on any given day. Eddie can pull something out of the hat again against Kurt Angle. But then again, I don't know. You might be dealing with a Kurt Angle that is more mentally ready, more mentally locked in, and probably ain't going to be up for the games, but if he doesn't come in prepared for games, he might not win a stupid prize.
Let me ask you that then. Piggyback at what you just said there. He comes in a different Kurt Angle. I mean, we know the losses before, but we saw him against Chad Gable. I mean, it was a tough matchup for a while, but then Kurt Angle just kind of took it to, put it in another gear, boss man, making Gable tap out. Like, what'd you get from that match right there, him heading into this?
What I got from that match, when I come to Kurt Angle, is that, hey, again, he's still there, and especially, you got to think, that was a little bit more personal, giving Chad Gable kind of disrespected the heck out of him about a week or so ago.
Oh, he didn't disrespect him. He was just trying to stretch his arm out a little bit in the back.
Trying to
be a friend, stretch his arm out. That's all,
trying to stretch his arm out.
Come on.
Or let's try to break it after that match with Daniels. Get the heck out of here.
I don't know about that, but,
yeah, he was. He was trying to do that. What it showed me that Kurt can tap in to still be one of the most dangerous men inside this ring.
Either way, whether he was trying to hurt him or he was stretching him out, like I think Chad Gable's a stand-up guy, just trying to lend a helping hand.
Okay,
either way, though, it woke up Kurt Angle. Can we agree on that?
It did. It woke him up.
Well, let's see if Eddie Guerrero's going to put him to sleep.
Still, but all right, cool.
Yeah, well, let's see if Eddie Guerrero's going to put him back to sleep, or if Kurt Angle could continue his momentum here.
Yes, sir.
Well, that boss man, we have a grudge match here two women kind of making their return after several weeks of being out. Thunder Rosa, who her and Raquel Rodriguez made a splash in the NWA, boss man, beating up everybody in sight, including the NWA Women's Champion. But Shayna Baszler, the champion, and Charlotte Flair got some revenge on Thunder Rosa and Raquel Rodriguez. We haven't seen either of them until now, but Thunder Rosa is cleared. She's going to take on Sasha Banks, who was attacked by Thunder Rosa and Raquel Rodriguez. A little bit of a grudge match here. What do you expect from these two ladies heading in here?
I mean, first and foremost, it's going to be an out-and-out fight. There's no way you're going to sit there and jump somebody, be the reason somebody's out of action for several weeks at this point, and not expect some type of retribution. And especially given that Thunder Rosa and her Moxley crew, whatever the heck she's running with here, is looking to take over and reshape the NWA Women's Division. They're still going to have some tough competition to do it again. And the fact that they still have not gotten that belt off Shayna Baszler just yet. And if Thunder Rosa thinks she's about to just walk in and do what she did to Sasha Banks again.
They did that pre-match. To be fair, they did that right pre-match on the stage before Sasha was even able to get to the damn ring. So right, they took it. Now I think Thunder Rosa, they're putting her here at a disadvantage, boss man, Shane McMahon, because both women are coming back, right? But Thunder Rosa is looking for revenge on Charlotte Flair, especially, and Shayna Baszler for what she did to Raquel Rodriguez. So she's looking for that revenge, but now she's got to face Sasha Banks, so Sasha Banks is targeting her. So this was
perfect collision course.
It puts her at a disadvantage. You should have given Charlotte Flair here to Thunder Rosa instead of Sasha. I think Shane McMahon's trying to stick it to her.
Yeah, maybe when you attack someone and that person comes back, I mean, rightfully so, they're going to want to go after the person that attacked them. I think it makes the most plausible and logical sense. I know you don't always think with that sometimes. I know you really don't always think with that sometimes. But I think it makes the most logical sense. I mean, Thunder Rosa attacked Sasha, made sure she couldn't get to the ring. Sasha's back. Okay, boom. Shane McMahon sees it. All right, cool. You and Thunder Rosa, let's see if you can get it. And then if Thunder can beat Sasha, then okay, maybe she'll get her hands on Charlotte. But until then, deal with her. Deal with the boss. Deal with who you got to deal with in order to get to where you're trying to go. And if Thunder Rosa is as good as she says she is, and as good as she thinks she is, she should have it. Not going to be easy, but she should have it. Just saying.
Look, man, you better show me some respect here in this studio here.
Thinking about it. Thinking about it. We can call some issues up in here.
Anyway, let's behave. Let's behave ourselves today, boss man. Behave your damn self. One more thing here, Thunder Rosa. You know what? You're talking about they're coming in at Motley Crue and they're running this and they're attacking everybody. And you're saying it in a negative context. But I've heard you, especially, be a cheerleader for this and the NWA audience for months and months. You guys have been tired of the same old, as Shayna Baszler said. I'm not gonna say it. Same old crap. There you go. What Shayna Baszler said on Fight Night. And you were tired of, hey, we're getting. Let's be honest. Charlotte Flair, Trish Stratus, every week we're tired of this. We want to see new women. We want to see. So Shane McMahon does that. He signs Thunder Rosa, signs Raquel Rodriguez, and now you're upset because they came in and made a splash.
Oh, no, I'm not mad they came in and made a splash. I'm just saying if you're going to come in and make that splash, please mess around and be prepared for the consequences when you start to get hit with a tsunami back. And this is slowly starting to build up to an issue that I don't know if they can handle for real.
Right, and I'm just interested. This is going to be a very interesting match, right? Because again, Sasha, she's been struggling too, been kind of out of the limelight, hasn't gotten many wins here in the NWA in the whole time, since we started. And Thunder Rosa does look good, and she looked great against Charlotte. She's looked good, and they've been again imposing their will. But then they ran into Shayna Baszler and Charlotte Flair, a few weeks ago. So again, I'm curious to see how Thunder Rosa and then eventually Raquel Rodriguez come back. Have they been humbled, or are they going to be even hungrier? We're going to find out here in the pre-show. What a great match, Thunder Rosa, Sasha Banks, man. Don't miss that one. But boss man, to cap off the pre-show, we got some tag team action. Your boys, the Motor City Machine Guns, making their NWA debut, boss man, here on Halloween Havoc pre-show Saturday night.
One of the most exhilarating tag teams we will ever see. One of the most exhilarating tag teams in professional wrestling straight up makes their way to the NWA. And on top of that, we don't even know who they're facing. They can face the freaking Briscoe. They can face LOD. They can face whoever the heck. Shane or anybody else besides who step up and face them. Either way, be prepared, get your guns up. This is going to be a wild, wild ride. I am happy to see the Motor City Machine Gun here at NWA. Welcome, boys. Let's get it on and popping, man. It's going to be good.
Oh, you are as giddy as a kid on Christmas or in a candy store. You are salivating, fanboying all over the Motor City Machine Gun. You already are making me not like these guys because you become a cheerleader for them, just like you have been for months and months for Samoa Joe. But we'll get into that in our main event of the main card here to finish off our pre-show, boss man. That is our matches. Now, before I get into this, I have heard, my sources have told me there might be my surprises. It's Halloween Havoc. Got some trick-or-treating. Might be some surprises here in the pre-show. I'm just saying that. I heard that from my sources. One surprise is not going to be Shane McMahon will be in a pre-show, and he has some announcements, bossman, including, I don't know what else he wants to talk about. He just said he has some announcement, but he will give an update on Kevin Owens and his status for that United States Championship match. You remember what happened at NWA Fight Night between Kevin Owens and Randy Orton.
They were brawling sick way to Sunday, fighting all over the building. I think Kevin Owens got every bit of the word concussion at the hands of Randy Orton and what he did to that man. Admittedly, kind of well deserved, but it also does put the NWA United States Championship matchup at risk. So Shane hopefully has some good news out of this. And what does this mean for Sami Zayn now walking into this matchup? Either thinking he's going to face Kevin Owens, or he isn't at this point.
Right. And we'll get into that matchup in itself, presuming that it's going to happen. But it might be up in the air, but we're going to presume that it's happened. We'll get into that matchup later. But Shane McMahon will have that announcement here on the pre-show and see what's going to happen. Again, that's 24 hours right before Halloween Havoc's main card. But yeah, man, Kevin Owens, I'm surprised, boss man, that Kevin Owens even made it to last week NWA Fight Night. Before that, he got a beating by Randy Orton, dropping with several RKOs. I'm surprised and shocked that, he said he wasn't cleared to participate, but they were holding him out for Halloween Havoc, so it kind of looked good going in, but they told him stay away, and instead he calls out Randy Orton and gets RKO'd one more time. But again, after he beat the living hell out of Randy Orton, though.
Yeah, he put in work against Randy, but again, the damage done overall to KO had definitely been more significant than the one done to Randy, and at least for Randy's sake, he's not scheduled, at least unless Shane pulls something out the wazoo. He ain't scheduled for a match at Halloween Havoc right now. So, Kevin, in the pursuit of revenge, I hope he didn't mess himself up, but Shane, you got the update, so it's on you, brother.
Right, let's see what happens, man. But let's see what happens, boss man. Halloween Havoc. Let's get into our Sunday, the main card on Sunday night, boss man. I've been waiting for this for a while. This is going to be, again, a wild night. We already got into a little bit of the question marks surrounding this. This is a question mark as well, boss man, because we got Roddy Piper versus Jon Moxley in a Hell's Pit. We found out a Hell's Pit underground fight, but just like Kevin Owens, we don't have any update. We don't know if these two are still fighting somewhere right after NWA Fight. It seems like they've been fighting ongoing for the past 2 weeks. Are they, this is an actual question, are they going to make it to Halloween Havoc?
Hopefully no. Given the war that they do put each other through over the past few weeks, this may turn into either another match that might be up in the air, or we might just see these two kicking off with a brawl and it's on and popping from there. But either way, underground fight pit, Hell's Pit, whatever you want to call it, these two are going to go.
Oh, they're going to hell. If they show up, they're going to hell and back in an underground fight environment, so appropriately named Hell's Pit. Now, is Roddy Piper going to feel at home? Like if he's back on Piper's Pit, is he going to smash a coconut over the head of Jon Moxley? Or will Jon Moxley, get back at Roddy Piper for a month later for costing him that you remember he cost him that United States Championship match. It looked like he might have had Sami Zayn on the ropes ready to finish him off at Clash of Champions, and Roddy Piper cost him, boss man. Why? After all the time that they were tag team partners during the Crockett Cup where they looked good, all of a sudden Roddy Piper just exploding on Jon Moxley at Clash of Champions.
I mean, that's pretty much where it all kicked off, and admittedly, you got to say it was Piper that kind of put the. Yeah. If I'm right, it was Piper that put the challenge, kind of put that with the bait out there for Moxley, if I'm right.
Yeah, and Moxley showed up and he knocked him the hell out. We saw bloody Roddy Piper in the back, but again, both these men. Then the next week we see Jon Moxley last week laying bloody. Then he gets up and they just start. They're both bleeding. They're both fighting all over the parking lot. They fall all over. And Shane McMahon was a special referee in their first encounter on Fight Night 2 weeks ago, and he couldn't control that. They started using weapons. No. He had no choice but to throw that match out, and we went off the air with these dudes fighting, and they still continued to fight up until last week. I don't know. I don't know how much. I don't know how much they make here. This might be the shortest fight of all time if they make it to Halloween Havoc. They have to be worn out. I don't know, but either way, I'm looking forward to this, boss man.
They got to be physically worn out, mentally worn out. Halloween Havoc, they get the chance to finish the job once and for all. One side or the other. Piper and Moxley, run it up, boys.
Absolutely, man. And we talk about, again, question mark. This is another one, boss man, with a big question mark here for different reasons. Cody Rhodes and Dusty Rhodes, the Rhodes, taking on the Horsemen, Ric Flair, and a mystery partner because we don't know who we know it's going to be the fourth Horseman. We know Ric Flair was recruiting Cody Rhodes, and inadvertently, Ric Flair helped Cody and Dusty kind of work through their problems. They're now on the same page. Cody Rhodes cheap shot at Ric Flair on NWA Fight Night, picking up that win with a small package. I'm sure he pulled the tights, caught him by surprise.
I didn't say that.
It was cheap by Cody. And now I think the fourth Horseman, when he comes out, Dusty and Cody should be shaking in their boots, boss man, because that fourth Horseman's going to come in and slap the taste out of their mouth. That's all I'm saying.
We don't even know who Ric Flair got in the first place.
I don't care who it is. It's a Horseman. He's going to be somebody great.
That is true. That is definitely true. So I would say if Cody and Dusty have worked out all their differences, then they seem to have done so. And especially for what we saw in NWA, oh, heck yeah. Cody ain't having that mess with Flair. Because there's only so much you can mess with a man's dad before even the son decides to be like, okay, no, I'm sick of this. No. I mean, I'm not dealing with this. So I'm going to give all the respect and props in the world to Cody. I had my choice words to say about Cody, but the way he, kind of turned himself around a bit, he got to been on the side of his dad here, seeing that these two might be ready to rock and roll. And we saw what they did in the Crockett Cup. I mean, they didn't win the Crockett Cup by chance, but we saw how good of a team they can be when they're on the same page. If they're on the same page, the four Horsemen might be in trouble here. That's for certain.
I don't know, man. I know you're here cheerleading for one Cody Rhodes.
Cheerleading.
Yeah, now you're cheerleading, man. I thought he was becoming his own man again, right? Stepping out of the big fat shadow that slob Dusty Rhodes. His toxic father, who's held him back ever since he was in kindergarten, boss man, stole the spotlight from him.
Wait. First off, you're accusing a grown man of holding a kid back since he was a kid. What do you mean? What are you even talking about? Like, now you're just spewing nonsense at that point. You're saying Dusty Rhodes have been holding Cody Rhodes back. I mean, here in the NWA, never mind the fact that Dusty been giving this man opportunity after opportunity to be successful. He put him in that gauntlet for the U.S. title. Still didn't do it.
Yeah, and he walked out. He didn't like a coward. He didn't face his son. He just got counted out. It's either out of cowardice or out of guilt. Guilt because he's been just a big fat shadow again and a toxic father. Man, as a father myself, which I am Father of the Year. I've won that award 15 out of the 18 years that I've been a father. But Dusty Rhodes is just a toxic father, boss man.
I think he can be toxic. He's been giving his son everything that he needed to be successful in the NWA. He tried to team with him the Crockett Cup, but Cody literally didn't help him. He got him in a gauntlet match, and then Dusty literally didn't even get in the ring to fight his son because he wanted his son to be successful. I don't think that it should have been in the thing, but still, he was trying. He tried. There's only so much one man can deal with before you got to look in the mirror, Cody. But the fact that him and Dusty seem to be good now, cool, good.
Look, man, I was trying early on when Cody was saying the stuff he said about his dad. As a father, I felt it. And I was kind of, man, Cody, where are you going with this? But then I did, as a broadcast journalist, as an investigative journalist, I did my homework, and I found out again that this man has been holding him out, has been holding him back ever since pre-K.
According to who? Wait, pre-K. At the time when a father is supposed to be taking care of his kid, and the kid ain't even supposed to even know what the world being held back is like. Pre-K? Bro, get wildin'. You are officially wild, bro. All right, man. Let's focus on reality. The reality is, at Halloween Havoc, it's going to be Cody and Dundee versus Flair and whoever the mystery opponent is.
I heard he forgot him in the car one time. Didn't drop him off in pre-K. He just showed up himself, man. Dropped off his lunch and kept his kid in the car, man. He forgot him.
Man, what did you? Okay,
unbelievable.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Halloween
he bought him Happy Meals when they would go to McDonald's. He'd give him the food and he would take the toy from him, bro. That's messed up.
How would he take the?
Because he's a greedy bastard. You okay? We have to get through this the preview.
Yeah, we
gotta
get through.
You good? You good?
Yeah, we got. Yeah,
all right.
yeah,
Anyway, we're gonna find out all the. We'll have a lot more to say on commentary there, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned, man. I'm excited for that Hell's Pit match. This one, I'm curious, right? We're all curious. Who is that fourth horseman? We've had people ask us about it, the fans. Please tell me. Please tell me. You know, they try to pay us money, and I'm like, I know. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you who the fourth horseman is. I have no idea. You have no idea because you don't know anything. You know, you never do. You never do any journalistic work.
I do. What you talking about?
All right. Well, you know what? If you know something, then the next match here, we got the United States Championship. Sami Zayn defending against Kevin Owens. Give it to me, boss man. Before Shane McMahon, make a prediction or tell me you did the homework. What's Kevin Owens' status? Is this match happening?
I mean, I'm going to say this. If I know Kevin Owens the way I know him, right? Okay. We've seen Kevin Owens try to tough it out time after time after time again. I honestly think that by hook or by crook, I believe that we're going to see Kevin Owens walk out here and tough it out against Sami Zayn. Is he going to be successful? Well, admittedly, I haven't been RKO'd on concrete, so I would not know what that would feel like.
Oh, God, that would be a dream. That would be a Christmas gift to me.
Of course, it would be a Christmas gift to you. Got it. Anyway, as far as Kevin Owens in this matchup, I think he's going to come out here. He's going to tough it out. But I think maybe just everything that he's gone through over the past couple of weeks, just dealing with Randy Orton alone, might be a little too much. I think we're going to see Kevin Owens tough it out once again. Is he going to beat Sami Zayn, though? I know this ain't predictions. This is the pre-show. We get analytical. But
we can get predictions? That's fine. Go ahead.
I think Sami Zayn might walk out here. That's for sure.
You know what? There's something in the air because I agree with you, boss man. I agree with most everything you said. I think Kevin Owens does toughen it out. If he doesn't, I'll put it this way. If he doesn't have a concussion, if he's cleared from the concussion protocol, Kevin Owens, even if he has to limp to the ring, will make it to this match. That's my prediction.
I think that's the word. I think he will try to come out here even if he doesn't. Yeah, think about it. Kevin Owens has been on the ride.
Well, but if he has a concussion, if he has a concussion with that concussion protocol, Shane's going to take that seriously. He's not going to let him go out there. Okay. That's
fair. Fine.
What do you think? What do you think we're running here? An indie league?
You got to think the role that Kevin Owens has been on over the past couple of months, right? Mm-hmm. Got to think about that. He came in, attacked Austin, attacked Randy, which is how everything with him and Randy got kicked off in the first place. Won the triple threat between the two at Fall Brawl, and he beat Cody. Badly beat Cody inside that steel cage. Yeah. And so now he's in a position where he gets to finally at least stand on one of the top mountains here, going after that United States Championship and Sami Zayn. You think he ain't going to push through everything he can to make sure he's ready to rock and roll for this matchup?
You're right, man. I mean, Kevin Owens has come in. You talk about coming in with the splash. We talked about Thunder Rosa, Raquel. I mean, Kevin Owens, bro, just went straight to the top. Let me take out Randy Orton, Stone Cold. Not only did he take him out, then he beat both of them in one night. He beat both of them in one night, won that match, like you said. Then again, Cody Rhodes in a cage. And what about what he did to poor Santos Escobar, bro? He wiped the floor with that dude, man. And that's not... Santos is no chump, you know?
No, he ain't.
And on top of that, then he takes like 3 RKOs, gets attacked from behind by Randy on his way to the ring. 3 RKOs, boss man. He drops it. What does he do? He comes back the next week. And before he gets RKO'd again right at the end, Randy Orton didn't get hardly any offense of this man. He wiped the floor with him in an impromptu street fight on NWA Fight Night.
Right. And so, safe to say, Kevin's war ready, bro.
Yeah.
He's war ready. And same thing for him being this whole, anti-American champ. I don't know what to call it.
He is. You know what he is? He is the main event. He is
Straight
the main.
out of Canada.
He's straight out of Canada. He said it before though. He is the main event boss man. And I'll tell you, this is my next prediction. Kevin Owens, not concussed. He makes it out, limping to the ring. But Sami Zayn has got a lot to prove. Sami Zayn wants to prove that he is the main event. And what better way, man? He takes out Kevin Owens. I think, honestly, if Kevin Owens makes it to the ring, this is easy pickings. I'm going to say this again. This is easy pickings for Sami Zayn right here. I don't care how tough Kevin Owens is. Sami Zayn is the main event of the NWA, and he's going to prove it tomorrow night.
If Sami Zayn slips up once, that's a wrap, bro. That's a wrap, because you're going to be dealing with Kevin Owens that already probably going to know he's hurt himself. Focus Kevin Owens is one thing. Fighting like he got something to lose Kevin Owens is also another issue. Hurt fighting like he got something to lose Kevin Owens. Same thing, you on the wrong side of that one, Kevin.
And we're gonna see, man. Kevin Owens might not show up, boss. And how many RKOs could he take on the floor? Before he, I don't know if he shows up. Maybe Sami Zayn has the night off, boss man. Maybe Sami Zayn has a nice night off, just gets to go home and get in his PJs, tuck himself in bed and just watch Halloween Havoc from the comfort of his own home.
Hope not. But Halloween Havoc will have all the answers for that one.
Oh, man. And speaking of answers, we actually have more questions, boss. And again, match after match, what's going to happen? This one for a different circumstances here. But again, Shayna Baszler defending the NWA Women's Championship in an open challenge. She doesn't know against a mystery opponent that Shane McMahon has already picked. And he put her in this match, kind of a punishment for, you don't want to suspend your champion, but what she did to Raquel Rodriguez, and I guess you would say understandably so, from the attacks, I get it. It was retaliation for what Raquel and Charlotte did to her. So Shayna Baszler, though, but Shane McMahon had to punish her somewhat. He says, hey, you're going to have to defend your championship at Halloween Havoc against one of his new stars that he keeps bringing in, boss man. If we talk about new stars, tell everybody what we saw in NWA Fight. Now, what did Shayna Baszler do, boss?
Shayna Baszler, for some
48 hours before she's going to defend the championship.
For some particular reason, decided to kind of pretty much run the gauntlet here, low-key, with her championship. Now, you're going to have to help me out on the first match, because admittedly that one's kind of slipping my mind.
Oh, well, yeah, of course, because you were already like, Trish Stratus came out and answered that open challenge. Shayna Baszler just... Yeah, well... Shayna Baszler just wiped the floor with pretty old Trish. Trish hung in there, but she didn't get any offense out of her. But she hung in there, in the armbar. But she made her tap out. Then this woman comes out and says, Shayna starts saying that she hasn't broken a sweat. Give me one of those international talents you're talking about. Shane, calling out Shane McMahon, telling him, bring me more warm up. I'm not warmed up enough yet for Halloween Havoc. And then we get
freaking Nakano.
Yes, sir.
And Bull put her to her paces.
Oh.
In a fight and a half. That Shayna almost would have been surrounded lost if she wasn't careful.
There was a close 3 count there. Almost a 3 count there early on when Shayna Baszler got a little cute. And she caught her with that, she dropped her on her head. I don't even know what the move's called, but she dropped her on her head. And almost got the 3 count. We almost had a new women's champion. She big splash off the top rope. Bull Nakano brought it, but once Shayna Baszler got the upper hand again off a big miss off the top rope by Bull Nakano, we see why Shayna Baszler is so dangerous, boss man. She went to work on the arm, and I think she probably broke the arm of Bull Nakano, who ended up tapping out.
Probably. And ladies and gentlemen, we would love to say that where the story ends, but it doesn't. She decided to get back on the mic and said she's still ready to go. And out comes Jordynne Grace. Now, this match got so freaking close for Shayna. And when Shayna somehow, some way pulled this matchup off, I think she probably realized herself that, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not saying Shayna the Coward anyway. I'm not saying that. Because she for sure isn't. But I think even Shayna had a real had a real nice hard look in the mirror with that championship when she got back home to her hotel room, wherever she went after the night was over.
I'm sure, boss man, that there was a few times in that match that she regretted all her life choices at that moment. Like, what?
Absolutely.
How did I get here? What did I do? I was asking for a warm-up. This is not a warm-up. This woman's about to take my championship. There had to, as badass as Shayna Baszler is and has been impressive here in the NWA, there had to be that little bit of, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done this. But kudos to her, man. She ended up surviving, not beating, I would say, Jordynne Grace, but surviving her, wrapping her up in a small package eventually. Like you said, hey, she had to just, get desperate, man. Small package, pulled the tights, whatever it took. And she got out of there with the victory. But Jordynne Grace, man, welcome to the NWA. She looked fantastic. I say whoever wins this match, whether it's Shayna or whoever's challenging her, bro, get Jordynne Grace a championship match after that because she looked fantastic against a dominant NWA Women's Champion.
Oh, she absolutely freaking did. I'm super excited to see what more is done with Jordynne Grace here in the NWA, and Shayna, you still got a match again at Halloween Havoc against an unknown opponent. Please, just start knowing your opponents. Okay, just tell Shane after if you make it out of this matchup. By the way, just tell Shane, look, Shane, please give me a heads up on who my opponents are. I can't do any more open challenges for at least for at least the remainder of my reign. I need to know. I need to study up because she's about to mess around and open challenge herself her way into losing that belt. That's all.
And I was gonna say, man, as badass as she is, like 48 hours before, like that you have to feel some of the heavy hits from Bull Nakano, and then Jordynne Grace.
You do. You absolutely do.
She might be the underdog here. And actually, boss man, I know you don't do any investigative work. I did, and I have some hints on who it's going to be. You want to know?
Yeah, go. Who?
I heard that it might be Tori Wilson.
Man, okay. And ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we would apologize for
the cat
for all the rumors and speculation, because that would be the quickest match on the card, ladies and gents. And then we might be in the same situation that we were at with NWA, and her asking for another warm up.
Hey, that's my sources, man. I'll fire them if they're wrong, But that's
you
one thing I heard. I heard Tori. I heard Don Marie.
Hold on. Where did you find your sources? Were they on Temu?
Excuse me? Who do you think I am?
Were they on Temu, or were they on a Reddit forum, or were they on some Reddit forum, some sketchy Reddit forum?
Speaking of Reddit forums and forums in general and chats, they're all buzzing, Bossman, about our next match. Adam Cole, baby, versus CM Thug. I'm sorry, CM Punk, the so-called best in the world.
He is. He's up there. I mean,
he is the biggest egomaniac I've ever seen in my life. This dude has opened every NWA fight night from the beginning of time to now, just coming out, just talking to the people, and they're going wild. Yes. They're going crazy.
Yeah.
The biggest fan favorite we have right now in the NWA, CM Punk. People love him. I once was a bigger fan of his, but again, ever since he aligned himself with Samoa Joe and the atrocities that they've committed against Paul Heyman, especially, and Brock, yes.
Atrocity.
Yes.
Atrocity. That's the word we're using. Not like Adam Cole.
I didn't stutter.
And the Undisputed Era.
They've been fantastic. Crockett Cup winners, Crockett Cup champions, and the man that led his tag team to destroying a walk in the park against the NWA World Tag Team Champions, the Road Warriors.
What? With weapons, ladies and gents.
Are you seeing a different monitor than I am? When I heard the bell ding, 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 I just saw them pick apart Hawk and get the win in like 30 seconds.
After they used weapons and, did everything else under the sun,
Oh, we don't have to talk about that. Come on.
I mean, yeah, we do. I mean, because it was a part of it,
You're just a hater of Undisputed Era. You don't want to give him the props. Adam Cole, man, you got to give him props. So like him or not, you got to give him props. He's had victories over Vader, and then he had a big-time victory at Fall Brawl in the middle of the ring, boss man, one-on-one clean, no weapons. No distractions.
He did.
Against Kurt Angle.
He did. He did. I will forever commend Adam Cole for the work he pulled off against Kurt Angle and Vader. especially for a guy that's trying to elevate himself into the heavyweight title contention.
He told
He's definitely
Shane.
well on his way to do that.
He
And if
told
he can beat CM Punk at Halloween Havoc, definitely another step in that right direction. Now, he's also facing a CM Punk that's probably the hottest we've ever seen him, especially after that brutal fight that he had with Samoa Joe at Fall Brawl. It makes me question how the world can you still remain friends with somebody after you beat each other senseless like that. But alas, they're still friends, and alas, he's going to continue.
They're not friends. They're not friends. They're two thugs just trying to take over the NWA for the sake of power, for the sake of glory. You buy into this revolution garbage?
I buy into whatever. They're making change. They got Brock and company out of here, and the Click might be next. That's a heavy bite, given who's the current champion. But as far as CM Punk versus Adam Cole, though, oh yeah. Given the role we've seen Adam Cole on, given the role we've seen CM Punk on, this is a head-on collision that was almost bound to happen at some point. And we're going to get it at Halloween Havoc. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, man, it's CM Punk put on, I'll give it to him, man, he put on a verbal lashing on Adam Cole on NWA Fight Night. You don't leave Adam Cole speechless many times. He left Adam Cole speechless. He couldn't come back with anything. He mentioned the Ring of Honor, and he called out Adam Cole for a lot of things that aren't true, but CM Thug got in his head.
But all right, cool.
Who do you have in this? Pick me a winner. You haven't picked anything. You haven't made any predictions. You haven't given any journalistic takes. Like, give me a winner here, boss man.
Did you not hear anything I said during Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens?
I listen to you sometimes. Who do you got here, boss man? Adam Cole or CM Thug?
CM Punk, get it right. But I'm going to say it this way. Given the role that CM Punk has been on, given the fact that CM Punk has actually kind of tasted that main event field, at least over the past couple of months with Strowman, with Brock, with his own friend Joe, even though he lost that match still. But I think CM Punk has had the I don't want to say tougher level of competition, because Kurt Angle ain't no slouch. But he's been up there with the lights are just a little bit brighter, if I can say it that way.
He's had some great battles. I'll give you that. He's had some tremendous battles, going to the big tag team matches, the Crockett Cup. He's had some great battles. Going even back to our ECW days, this dude has been. I'll give it to him. Been great in the ring. Some great battles. Just want to be fair.
He's been up there when the lights are just been a little bit brighter, and I think in that situation, I think CM Punk may have Adam Cole beat. It's going to take one moment. I think it's going to all come down to one swift moment. Adam Cole is going to need to be in a position where he's going to have to kind of help himself here. Meaning he sometimes can't help himself with, showboating and getting cocky and all that. Bro, this is not the match to play that game. I promise you, if you play that game, you are going to lose this match. CM Punk is not anybody. You're going to have to bring that same level that you brought with Kurt Angle and probably then some at this stage in the game. And if he could bring that, I think he got CM Punk beat. But I don't know, man. Like I said, CM Punk been in a position where light been the brightest that it's ever been. He knows he's a couple of good wins away from potentially getting back in that shot. Who he faces if he ever gets there, we don't know. Time will tell. If he even beats Adam Cole, even for real. But Punk may have it.
This, ladies and gentlemen, this coming from the biggest CM Punk and R Evolution bootlicker that I've ever seen in my life. He's got pom-poms next to him cheering on with the colors of R Evolution.
No, I don't. I'm just speaking from what I've seen.
Why don't you just, when he comes out to the ring, boss man, and he comes out and he does his whole shtick, CM Punk and cult of personalities playing, why don't you just get in the ring, drop his pants, and just kiss it?
Hey. Point is, Adam Cole, CM Punk, we ain't doing all that. But these two are going to go ahead and put on an out-and-out classic.
That I believe, and the internet's buzzing with this. The chats, like I said, buzzing because this could be a classic. This is one of those big time matches, boss man. And Adam Cole, I think honestly, Adam Cole, you said, man, he's hungry. He's hungry for that world title. And CM Punk right now is kind of on the outside looking in because Samoa Joe is leading the run there for our Evolution for the world title. I'm not saying that Punk isn't hungry himself. I just think Adam Cole's a little bit hungrier here, and I think CM Punk maybe takes Adam Cole maybe a little bit too lightly here, and I think Adam Cole gets another big win here. And after this, you could say either man that wins here, this big-time matchup could be next in line for a world title shot. Yes or no?
Oh heck yeah! That for absolute certain. This is one of those matches that can sway, that can really swing the pendulum of power and championship ranking there. Not an official ranking match, but golly, wins like this definitely help your chances.
Oh, big time, man. And speaking of the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, boss man, our main event for Halloween Havoc, the World Heavyweight Champion, Shawn Michaels, boss man, the icon, the main event, the showstopper. I mean, he has showed it time and time again with the matches that he has been in, with the classics that he has been in, battle tested against what many call, including you, the uncrowned champion that has looked, I'll even have to admit it, dominant. I'm worried for Shawn Michaels, Samoa Joe. What is going to happen here, boss man?
Samoa Joe clearly got Shawn Michaels beyond shook at this point. I've never seen Shawn Michaels in the headspace that he was in over the past couple of weeks. However, we saw on NWA, we saw what looked to be a little bit of that Shawn Michaels that's back, that got his head on straight, that's ready to go. But by the end of the night, we also saw the same Samoa Joe that's going to be hunting for blood and hunting for gold at the same time. This matchup between these two, I can promise you this. If you have not seen Shawn Michaels and the work that he put in, everything's winning that NWA, or, if we're tying the previous legacy, WCW championship, check it. Because his matches with Pac, his matches with Baszler, his matches with AJ, really kind of let in all this. But Samoa Joe, his matches with Braun, his matches with Brock, and then his match with Punk at Fall Brawl to get him here. These two guys have been on equal wavelength as far as the level of competition that they have been facing. And Joe facing Triple H too. But these two have been on the same.
It made pretty easy work of him.
That too.
That was wild.
That too. They've been on the same wavelength as far as competition is concerned. And if Shawn have not gotten his nerve together. Bro, we leaving Halloween Havoc with a new NWA champion. He's the uncrowned champ for a reason. You got to think this is pent up rage and anger and frustration that Joe had been holding in for months. They're the reason why he snapped on Brock back at Fall Brawl. You telling me that Joe get the world championship match and doesn't go off the rails here and try to make every single ounce of the thing count? Please.
Samoa Joe is laser focused. I'm going to put my biasness aside here. Samoa Joe is laser focused. The way that he went in there, and I mean, even CM Punk was questioning, dude, do you even care about our evolution at this point and our movement and this? He's like, yeah, I do, but I'm going to do it on top being world champion. And if I'm world champion, I'd pull up our evolution with me. But he didn't care that he had to go through CM Punk. And you saw that bloody war at Fall Brawl. And it's so... but look, Shawn Michaels, going back to your point, Shawn Michaels did find, he admitted, I think the first thing is admitting, right, that you have a problem. He admitted Triple H got it out of him a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, you know what? I am afraid. Because look what Samoa Joe has done to his best friend. Look at Samoa Joe, what he's done. Look at the run. And he felt it himself. He felt he wasn't that coquina clutch, boss man. You know? So Shawn Michaels felt it, and Shawn Michaels, had some fear. And he's like, yeah, I do have it. But after that, boss, he came out to help his friend Triple H getting choked out at the end of that match on NWA Fight Night. And he super kicked Samoa Joe. And we think Shawn Michaels has the last laugh. But as you said, man, the Samoa Joe wiped out the entire clique. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and then Triple H, all on NWA Fight Night. We go off the air. Triple H laying in a pool of his own blood in the back. And Samoa Joe told him, hey, I'm glad that you found your manhood. Glad he found his balls. But it came with a consequence at the hands of him wiping out the clique. Now, was the ultimate consequence that Shawn Michaels is going to lose that NWA World Heavyweight Championship? As much as it pains me to say, boss man, I'm going to be a journalist now, and I'm going to say our evolution has been on a roll. They have been focused. They're on top. I could see easily here. I know I picked Adam Cole, but I would not be surprised if CM Punk wins that match and then Samoa Joe wins that World Heavyweight Championship here on Halloween Havoc.
Samoa Joe is in a position right now where he could literally stand on top of the world.
Yeah.
However, my question is this. Samoa Joe has been fighting all these guys, these big bruisers, these big heavy hitters, X, Y, and Z. And I'm not doubting Samoa Joe as a wrestler whatsoever. But you're about to be in there with a version of Shawn Michaels who has been at literally the highest of highest. Like every single match Shawn has had since winning that championship, he has made his opponent work for it every single time. He has dragged them into the deepest of deep waters possible. Joe has been in fights and scuffles and heavy hitting stuff. Shawn has been out wrestling you 6 ways to Sunday. And so this is a clash of two different styles that's gotten their way to this point. It is the heavy hitting, hard knock, break your face down with Samoa Joe and choke you out in the process. Versus probably one of the best technical wrestlers, the best technical wrestler in NWA, and we know it because he's the NWA World Champion. You don't get that belt and have the matches that he's having by not being phenomenal at what you freaking do. So, if Joe brings it, if Joe slipped once with Shawn, it's a super kick and it might be lights out. If Shawn misses, that's him getting choked out. And I believe that. This is going to come down probably more so than Punk and Adam Cole to one move.
Yeah, and it's either that super kick or that Koji clutch, boss man.
Exactly.
And you made that is a great observation. You saved your best for last here. Great observation, boss, of the way that Shawn Michaels, like you said, has been fighting, guys like himself, right? The Styles, the Ballers, right? And Samoa Joe's been fighting these bigger guys, except CM Punk. So I'll give it that. Samoa Joe fought somebody, CM Punk. I mean,
but that was still no disqualification.
Exactly. Absolutely. No disqualification. Wasn't he has to be in there now. This is not a no DQ match. He has to wrestle with the best wrestler right now on the planet. Like you said, this version of Shawn Michaels. Now, to me, I think that's kind of 50-50 here. If we put it that way, it's 50-50. We forget about everything because, hey, Joe has been on this trajectory, like you said, with these big dudes, and in these no DQ matches, just viciousness. And Shawn Michaels showing he's a wrestling machine. 50-50. I think what comes into play here, you said one move. I think it's that fear factor, boss man. If Shawn Michaels uses that fear, if he doesn't try to push it away, if he owns it like he did last week, if he uses that for fuel, then I think we can see the best version of Shawn Michaels, and he has a chance of getting out of here the World Heavyweight Champion. But I think Shawn has to tap in so much more into things. I think Joe just has to show up and be who he is. Just show up and keep doing what he's doing. You know what I mean? So I think honestly, Shawn Michaels, it's crazy for as great as he's been as champion. He comes in here, I would say, as a slight underdog in this match.
Yeah, and I think the part is Joe is like a shark that's no blood in the water. If Shawn walks into the matchup with any type of that fear lingering, Joe's gonna sense it and put the pressure on Shawn like we've never seen somebody put the pressure on Shawn before. Also, you got to question how late in the game it was that Shawn Michaels found his mojo back. Did he find it with enough time, with enough wherewithal, and didn't just respond because of what was happening to Triple H? It's easy to move when you see your friend in trouble. It's a whole different ball game to move when you're in there fighting the guy one-on-one.
Absolutely, man. This is, I mean, we can analyze this match back and forth because it's so much. I mean, it's going to be fantastic, man. And again, I just see that coming down to that fear factor, boss man. And Shawn Michaels has to tap into, like, hey, man, he has to tap into this great saying. You kids maybe don't know nowadays, but there's a great saying from the great Mr. Miyagi, the Karate Kid series, when he told Daniel LaRusso in that third movie, he admitted he was afraid. Mr. Miyagi said, hey, man, it's okay to lose to your opponent. It's not okay to lose to fear. And Shawn Michaels needs to tap into that. He can't lose to that fear. If he loses to Joe, he loses to Joe, but he has to go out there guns blazing. He has to go out there a fighting champion and fight to the end, man, and have a chance here.
I think that's a crazy thing. He goes in gun blazing. He going again in there gun blazing against Samoa Joe, who can outpower him.
Right.
That would make the match so freaking intriguing. And
what
if
strategy
to
use, right?
Exactly.
What strategy
how
use?
it goes down. Check out freaking Halloween Havoc.
Oh, it's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be great. Thank you. Hey,
that's all I gotta say.
That's all we need to say, man. The card's stacked. Great card, huge, big 6 matches. We got another 3 matches on our pre-show. Don't miss either one. We'll have some more information of that coming soon. And thank you, boss man, for joining me here tonight. I mean, I guess you behaved yourself somewhat. So thank you for joining me here in the NWA Halloween Havoc preview. What a show we're gonna have, man. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.